Dad and I found these moose tracks. At least one cow and I think probably a bull. I'm hoping we can catch them bedded down. I think we're gonna get my moose. I think we should get closer before I take a poke at them. Get closer? Yeah. Okay.
Nice bull back there.
Felt pretty good.
Congrats, buddy.
This is something cool. We're just gonna go find my moose. Pretty sure it's dead, but we gotta make sure, so I got my bullet in the chamber, lowest scope setting, safety on. Let's go get him.
Nice.
It's a huge moose.
Yeah, that's a big cow. That's one of the biggest cows I've seen. Good shooting, Lane. Congrats, buddy.
Thanks. Monster. See right where I shot her? Just behind the leg a little bit, about 3 inches.
Nice shooting, son.
Thanks for watching, guys. It really means a lot watching my episode, watching me get my first moose. It means so much more knowing that I get to feed my family through the winter, the next winter. This is just a pretty cool experience.
So cool to share this whole experience with my kids. I think it's very important that we pass the torch and we introduce the younger generation into the sport of hunting, and so they know how amazing it is and all the great benefits of hunting. Otherwise it'll be a dying sport. Do your part, please. Make sure that you pass the torch. Take kids hunting even if they're not your own. There's just few things in life that are more rewarding than watching someone as a young child grow into a hunter and pass it on to yet another generation. That's the only way this sport's gonna make it, with recruitment into this amazing experience. Good job, son.
What are we doing, Brice?
We're hunting some whitetail and mule deer.
Yep. What happened when we got to the blind, Emma?
Something had pushed the blind over and all of the rocks were out of place and all the strings that were supposed to hold down the tent had flung open.
That's right. So our blind was all busted up. We had a heck of a time getting it reset up, but we're in here now. So we got a real nice cut line we can watch this way. They usually cross down there. See what happens. We're going to sit here quiet, wait for a bit, and then we're going to rattle. See if we can pull something in. We're in a pretty tidy spot for anything good could happen. Anyway, we're going to be quiet, let everything get back to normal for about half an hour here, and then we're going to do some rattling and see what happens. Keep it classic, folks. Action to follow here on The Fever. Shoot that deer, shoot him. That's a shooter, Booch. Take your time, son. Take your time, buddy. That's a shooter. Shoot that deer. Shoot that deer. Dad, what just happened?
I just shot at a deer.
Booch, man, that's a nice buck. Emma, what do you think of that?
It's good. It
Okay,
says,
shh, yeah, keep your voices
I
down.
think it says third deer or something.
Brice, that's a nice buck. Real nice whitetail buck.
I try my best to get above and behind his right leg. His front leg.
Yeah, I think you hit him pretty good. Nice work.
Let's go get it.
Okay, we gotta give him a few minutes here, Emma.
Yeah.
I'm shaking a little bit. Dad's excited.
That's the fastest deer ever.
That's the fastest hunt ever. Boots just said it. Yeah, man, we've been here like 20 minutes. We just got nicely set up. I said we're gonna give it about 15 minutes to calm down and quiet down. And I'll do a rattling sequence and see what happens. And we've been in the blind literally 10 minutes, 7 minutes perhaps. And it just worked out perfect. That buck walked right out, and I think Booch hit him. That's pretty phony.
Still a bit nervous. I just so glad I got it right.
Yeah, I hope you hit him good. That's a great deer if you did. You'll be thrilled with that buck. What do you think of that, Emma?
I'm happy. I wonder how many points we got.
Only another year or so and you can hunt with Dad, eh? We're busy keeping it classic in the blind here. We're just gonna sit quiet, give it a little while, let that deer expire. We're gonna slip down and see what happens.
I just shot the first whitetail of the year, and it feels pretty good. So we're about to go and check this out to go to see if I hit it or not. And if we hit it, we're going to bring it back and skin it.
How are you feeling, buddy?
Nervous.
Hey, hang on. Look what Dad can see up here. I think you hit him, Boochie. I think you got him. All right. Let's go up there quietly. Watching here. In case he stands up. Get your gun down and get ready, son. Emma, you stay back here. I think you hit him in the heart, son, the way he kicked. But you gotta be ready just in case. Just smithered him. Oh yeah, Butch, look at him, he's leaking hard. How are you feeling, Brice?
I'm glad because I managed to hit the deer, which is what I was hoping would happen, and I did.
I just want to say there's very few feelings in life that are as cool and as rewarding as passing the torch, taking your kids hunting with you. Walk beside his tracks, not in his tracks. He is beautiful.
It's right. He has a lot of points. He has a big body. I think he'll make for some good meat.
He will make for some good meat. Nice work. Oh, and great shooting. Oh yeah, you zapped him.
Yeah, that's the exit spot.
Hey, congrats. 2 Brice Foldens. Can you believe it? Look at that great deer. Nice. He's awesome, Brice. What a beauty. Look at this perfect shot placement too. Isn't that just fantastic? Was that worth getting up at 5 o'clock this morning for, Brice?
Yep, definitely. Check this deer out. Look at him.
Here comes my other son, Lane.
Do you see anything?
No, I started walking when I heard the gunshot though.
There you go.
Great deer, Booch.
Yep.
What an incredible hunt we had today. I got to take my youngest son, Brice Jr., and my lovely daughter, Emmeline Folden, and we snuck into one of my ground blinds that my oldest son, Lane, and I set up last week. We snuck in early, we sat for a while, let the area calm down. I did a little quick rattling sequence with a few grunts, and like 2 minutes later, out stepped this handsome whitetail buck, and Brice made a great shot. Good shooting, Booch, man. Congratulations, buddy. What do you think of that?
Good.
Pretty exciting, hey? What do you think of that, Emma?
It was fun.
It was fun. Only a couple more years and you can go hunting with Dad and shoot some deer like this. Yeah, it was a really good setup. We were on a cut line separating two pieces of property and some open meadow and pasture land. We popped the ground blind up a week ago to let the deer get, close to 2 weeks ago now, to let the deer get accustomed to it. And it worked perfectly. We got in there this morning, waited about 15 minutes, let everything get settled down. A few grunts, a doe bleat, and a little bit of a rattling sequence, and it didn't take long. And like I say, this handsome buck stepped out. My son Bryce made an incredible shot. Good job, Booch, man.
Thank you very much.
Well, he didn't even go 100 yards and he folded up. That's a great deer, Bryce. Nice work.
Did a well-placed shot exactly where I wanted to be, and I got beautiful deer in return.
Stay tuned, folks. There'll be more deer hunting action coming up on The Fever.
What's going on? I'm gonna shoot my mule deer. Yeah, we gotta get going. We just spotted this target buck. Way out across this field. He's out there with a bunch of does. He's got about 7 or 8 does that are went south, okay? He's up there with those other 2. Watch on the hill in behind those bushes. Never mind those does down there. He's down there. Hey, Lane, you see him up ahead? In those trees? They're coming out through that draw down there. There's houses behind them. We can't shoot there. That buck's still to the north of them. Let's go. Our target buck is back through there. Okay, Lane. We're just about out of cover here. We spotted these deer. Probably 800-900 yards away. We're trying to close the distance, and every time we get close, they push off. About 7 or 8 does separated and went south of the buck. He stayed up in some brush up here. In behind us, about 600 yards from us. He's separated from his does. So we're hoping to get between the 2 of them and see if Lane can get a shot. As you can see behind us, this is where we run out of cover. And it's going to be a long shot if he gets it. Probably at least 300 yards. So we're just taking a second here for him to catch his breath, slow his heartbeat. Only got about 75 yards to go. So don't worry about where the does are. Watch on that hillside. He's up there with a couple of them. He's right up there. What's going on? About to shoot my buck. Are you excited? Okay, hang on. How high do I aim? I'll tell you in a second. He's got a harem of does right here. You want to aim right on him, son. You hit him? Anytime you want. What happened, son?
Hi. Just got myself my first deer, or my mule deer, I guess.
First ever mule deer, yeah. Big 3x3.
Oh yeah.
Had a long shot at him there off the bipod, and unfortunately didn't make as good a shot as you'd hoped, but got in, closed the distance, and put him down with this one. How are you feeling?
I feel pretty good.
First mule deer buck, how does that feel?
Feels amazing.
Yeah, pretty exhilarating feeling to take your kids and pass the torch and get them into hunting. We have this piece, been watching, there's a 4x4 in here, pretty nice deer, and this 3x3. This is the last day that Lane had to hunt this season. We've passed on lots of bucks, and we saw these ones in here from probably 700-800 yards away. Parked the truck and started pussyfooting in, but you can hear how noisy the snow is, right? So they just kept getting further and further. At one point, we were probably, 350, 375 yards,
Yeah.
3.25 maybe. But he was facing straight away, and then his band of does busted out. We lost sight of him in behind one of these clumps of shrub brush and stuff we've got here, a little poplar, and we popped out from that little gully in the bush we were shrouded behind. We saw they'd moved out quite a ways again, and 8 or 9 of his does had separated off and went south, and he was still with 1 or 2 does. And we were in a position, it was wide open, there was no more cover at all, so that was a long shot. Take off the sticks, especially after hustling and hiking, but pretty exciting to shoot your first mule deer.
Yeah.
It's something you never get to do twice in a life, you shoot your first one. We'll give him a couple minutes here, we'll walk in and go check him out. Good job, Lane.
Thanks, Dad.
What's going on, Lane?
We're gonna go retrieve my buck.
Where is he?
Just in there.
All right, where you going? Let's go find him.
I'm about to tag my first mule deer buck I've ever shot. Pretty happy with it. We've been looking for a nice 4x4 for the whole season. You know, it's the last day I'm probably able to go hunting this season, so I said, you know what? I'm happy with this deer. We're gonna take this buck to K&K Food Liner. I'm excited to get some sausage and jerky done.
I'd like to give a big shout of thanks out to our friend Doug for letting us hunt on his land, and to my other really good buddy Brad. Brad, you know who you are, and thanks so much for finding these mule deer bucks for my son Lane to hunt this year. We've been out all season looking for a particular big 4x4, and we actually passed on this deer just a few days ago, didn't we? On a slightly smaller 4x4, hoping for the big one, but today's your last day to hunt, and what did you tell Dad this morning when we left the house?
I'm getting a mule deer today.
Getting a mule deer today. You said you'd be happy with this guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty special to pass the torch and take your children hunting. Good shooting, Lane. Happy you got your deer. That's nice.
Yeah.
It's a great buck to start, and I'm sorry we couldn't get on that big 4x4 we were after, but it's nice to close the season and take all this meat. We're off to K&K Food Liner later today, getting a bunch of sausage and jerky done up. You excited about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Thanks for taking me hunting today, Dad.
You're welcome. I love you, son, and I'm glad that you enjoy hunting and being out here doing this with Dad.
Yeah, I love you too.
Thanks, buddy. I love taking kids hunting, even when they're not my own. That's what you got to do. You got to get people out there into it. Thanks for watching The Fever today, you guys. Appreciate you sharing this special moment with my son and I. And it's a beauty buck. We've got them all tagged up. Let's get them loaded in the truck and off to K&K.
All right. I'd like to take a moment and say thanks to the landowner Doug for letting us harvest this great deer off his land. I would also like to give a thanks to our friend Brad for finding this deer for me to harvest. And remember, guys, if you open a gate on the land, remember to close it when you leave.
The Fever is brought to you by PJ Trailers, Stampede Toyota, Vortex Optics, K&K Food Liner, Domax Construction Equipment, Solitude Taxidermy, Traeger Wood-Fired Grills, and these other fine partners.